going on, everybody? Welcome to Pillow Talk with Paul Goneau. Today, my guest is Muay Thai fighter Shifa Grewal.
Yes.
Did I do all right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. There's always this lingering fear, and I host comedy shows, and it's always an issue for that. There's I have one show specifically that's like for newer comedians, and most of them I don't know. And yeah, sometimes I butcher it, you know.
That's the way of life, man. It's the way.
So, it's been a long time.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time. A lot has happened. Pardon?
It's a few years now?
At least a few years. Because I stopped going to Milton Muay Thai just towards the end of the pandemic, I think it was.
So, we met when I was starting my journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very beginning.
Very, very beginning.
Yeah.
Because I started at the end of the pandemic. Like, that's when I started Muay Thai. About 3.5 years ago, something like that.
3.5, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you spent some time in Thailand? Let's talk about that first.
Twice now.
Twice?
Yeah.
How long were those?
So, the first time I went was last year, January. I went for 5 weeks. That was the first time I went. And I fell in love, man. Like, day 3, I was like, oh my god, I could live here. Holy, I was like, I don't know what I've been missing out on my whole life. The 5 weeks flew by.
Mm-hmm.
I came home like, yeah, I can't live in Ontario. I can't do that. And the very next month, so I came back in mid-February, and my apartment lease was coming to a renewal in May. So I was like, okay, I'm out of here. So I'm not going to renew that. So I just moved back to my parents' house so I could save on rent. Yeah. And I just worked and saved and saved and saved and saved. Sold my car eventually, yeah. And then I was like, yeah, I'm going to go back. And so then I went back last October for 4 months. I mean, technically I was supposed to be there for a year, but then some family stuff came up, so I had to come back really suddenly. Mm-hmm. But I'm planning on going back. I think this summer I'm going to head back.
And you're there, so you just went down strictly to train, or did you know people down there, or
I didn't know anybody at first. The first time I went, I didn't know anybody. I mean, I went with a friend of mine at the time, Brenda, and we went together. We both fell in love, I think. Yeah.
Not just the training, but Thailand itself.
Thailand, yeah.
Just beautiful.
And listen, I know I was in Phuket, which is a totally touristy area.
Yeah.
I get that, but it was what I wanted. That's the life that I want to live. I don't like to be trapped by the hourly 9 to 5 type of thing. I don't like that at all. And
me either.
And that's why I left school. It was never for me. I can't sit and be chained to my desk like that, where people are calling on me why haven't you done this XYZ? It's not for me. Yeah. And I mean, I found a way to make it work, which was I'm so grateful because IT lets me do that. I can work with my computer, Mm-hmm. But sometimes it dries up, so it's not all fun and games. But yes, and then the second time I went back alone, and I mean, I knew people at that point. I went back to the same gym, same friends, same people, and they became my family, so unreal.
So when did you start, actually competing?
Exactly 1 year after I started Muay Thai.
Oh, wow.
My first fight was almost exactly a year.
Okay. And that was are you still training at Milton Muay Thai now that you're back?
No. I left soon after I came back the first time from Thailand. I just think I needed a different pace, a different coaching style. And that's okay. I think you just grow apart, things happen. That's fine. So I ended up going to Mafa in Mississauga for a little bit. And then I went to Thailand. And, I saw, my friend Diana. I'm actually wearing her t-shirt. Diana Martin.
Sick.
Yeah. I met her at Phuket Fight Club. And I saw her relationship with Mr. Nok. Jun, he was also training me when I was there, but he was really her trainer, and I saw what that relationship looks like, and I knew that's what I wanted for my relationship with my coach. I knew I wanted that one-on-one approach. I needed a coach to be able to understand what I need from the sport, and really understand where I'm not just another number in a group, but how do I say this? A roster of fighters. I need him to understand me. And I found that with where I am now, which is at Hitters Fight Club, with Evan. Shout out to Coach. He's the man. Yeah, that guy has evolved my fight games exponentially.
Did you get into Muay Thai? What was your initial thing with Muay Thai? Like, why was it attractive to you? Why did you get into it? What was your initial goal? And did that change, like, as you clearly found a love for it, you know?
Yeah, like, really. So,
you were there a lot, dude. You were
dude,
there a
I
lot.
lived at that gym.
Yeah.
I swear I was there more than I was at my house. Like, oh my god, I swear sometimes I took a nap there midday so that I wouldn't have to, like, leave and come back.
Yeah.
When I came back from my second training of the day. I swear I lived at that gym. But
did you always want to fight?
I didn't always want to, no. I started Muay Thai because I wanted to lose weight.
Okay.
I was really... So I had been overweight for some time in my life, you know, especially, like, I started putting on weight in high school, and after high school especially, because I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. Like, I was such a lost person, and I think it was just compounding and snowballing, and then the pandemic hits, and I'm even more lost than ever.
Yeah.
And, I mean, when I was doing IT, like, I didn't have this love for IT off the bat, you know, like, for that to be my life career. I knew it makes money, you know, and it's going to pay my bills. So it's something, and you know, my family has an expertise in it. My dad has been working in it his whole life. My brother is in it. Mm-hmm. So I have people who can guide me, you know, so at least it'll pay my bills while I figure out what the hell I want to do with my life.
Yeah.
But I mean, that sounds great on paper, but when you actually have to do it, you feel like you're selling your soul every day. So then you kind of spiral. I was spiraling.
Because you only, I mean, obviously there's only a finite amount of hours in a day, and you're spending a lot of time doing shit that you don't actually want to be doing.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
And I'm like, now it's coming down to, like, self-soothing with food, you know, and I kind of spiraled so hard. And it came to a point where I was looking at myself and was like, I don't even recognize who you are anymore, you know? And it was such a hard realization. And I remember one day, this is the real start of fitness for me, which is I'm laying in bed and I was like having the worst day ever. I was like, wow, like I don't even want to go hang out with my friends because I don't want to be outside to be seen. Like, what is that? I don't want to live like that. And I started crying. I literally go to my garage and I picked up a skipping rope and I started skipping. Like, I don't care. I could cry about it or I could do something about it. So I started skipping and I was literally sobbing because I couldn't even keep it going. Like, I think at my heaviest I was 235 pounds. And I was like, okay, enough. And then when it comes to martial arts, you know, I was like, I had always been interested in martial arts. Like, I'd heard of things like boxing, jiu-jitsu, and like Muay Thai, karate, whatever. And I'm like, it sounds interesting, but I never had the willpower to do it. Or, like, not the willpower, the discipline to do it. Yeah. And I knew the root cause of my issues with like, image and food was discipline. And my impulsivity, and that was my root cause of my issues. So I was like, okay, you know who needs a lot of discipline in their lives? Martial artists. So I literally sat and I Googled a bunch of different martial arts that I had heard of, what they look like, and I picked the one that looked the coolest. It was Muay Thai.
Yeah.
And it was Muay Thai. It was between Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu, though.
Have you only done Muay Thai? Like, since you've been training, have you tried anything else?
So I tried a little bit of Jiu-Jitsu, like, just a little bit, a couple classes. I loved it. I actually really, really, really loved it.
Yeah, they're very different.
Yeah, it's like really different. Really different. Yeah. But, I mean, I love it anyways. Yeah. So much. I mean, like, boxing a little bit, and I like it. I like boxing. Actually, I was scheduled for a boxing fight when I was in Thailand. I just took a box. I was like, what the hell? Like, it's an experience in the ring.
It's kind of like half of what you're doing. Really. Yeah. You know, essentially. It's like, okay, I just can't use my feet. All right.
Oh, it means I can duck my head and I won't get kneed in the face?
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, so I Googled and I saw Muay Thai. I was like, yo, that looks so sick. Like, these guys are throwing elbows, flinging knees around. Like, holy shit. So I Googled the closest Muay Thai gym that was open to me, near me at the time. And because of the end of COVID and there were zones and whatever, you know, and some zones were open, some were not. So I was in Peel region. It was closed, but Halton was open. Yeah. So I was like, Halton region Muay Thai. And the first one that popped up was Milton Muay Thai. I was like, okay. Called them up. Went. And I was like obsessed off of day one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. And like, I would like to get back into it. I really would like to get my daughter into it at a certain point. I think it would be good for her. I just don't want her to grow up. I just want her to grow up with confidence and not be afraid, you know, of things. And, like, I seen some, like, fucking 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds at Milton Muay Thai that could take a grown man's head off. You know what I mean?
They're taking my head off.
I just really kind of wanted to get healthier. It was COVID times. My buddy Kevin was already going there. And he's like, dude, come. I think I did like a trial, a couple class trial or something along those lines. At least one class. Yeah. That was like free. And yeah, I was like really into it. And
how long were you there?
Oh, man. Honestly, probably like a year, somewhere around a year.
Yeah. So you must have seen me getting ready for my first fight, for sure.
I don't know if I did. When I left, I don't think you were competing.
Oh.
Yeah. But
oh, that's true. Actually, you said you left just at the end of COVID, right?
Yeah, it was
which
like
means we just barely overlapped.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Then you wouldn't have seen me getting ready for my fights.
I just hated I always hated lifting weights.
Yeah,
like
me
that.
too.
I wanna be fit, but I don't wanna go. It's just boring to me.
I know.
You know?
I totally agree with you. Even now, I have a strength coach, and any of the strength coaches that I've worked with who might see this, sorry. I hate lifting weights so much.
Yeah.
It sucks. It's boring.
Yeah, it's completely different. What's the difference between training here and training in Thailand?
Oh my god. Let's start listing the different things. Okay, number 1, the heat. Heat. My god. At first, you hate it because you're running and you feel like your lungs are going to pop, especially in the afternoon. The afternoon run, my god, it's like 4 o'clock. And the heat, something about the air is so heavy and thick in the air. And it's just hanging low. And you feel like your lungs are about to pop. You're running a 2.7K. It's not even crazy long or anything. It's
that's crazy long 3K. To me. Oh my god.
Oh my god. I'm running this barely 3K run. I'm like, why are my lungs about to pop? I can't breathe. But then you adjust, you acclimatize, and you're like, holy shit, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna be able to run 15K, no problem. What? So that's one big difference because you're running twice a day. You're training twice a day.
You do that 15K? Have you hit that mark yet?
No. Okay. I've run 11. No, I lied. I've run 12, and I ran that with Tony Basus and Olivia Basus when I was training with them for a little bit. Do you know Olivia Basus?
I don't know.
She's I think she's 14 now. She's crushing it. I think she's 2-time world champ for freedom already.
Yeah.
At the age of 14.
Ridiculous.
She's the youngest kid to win a belt at Lumpini Stadium ever in Thailand. What the hell? Insane. I love her. I love her family so much.
14 years old.
Yeah, and her siblings compete also.
Man, I had no idea what I liked or wanted to do at 14.
I know, right?
I'm so jealous.
Oh my god, to be Olivia Basus. I love you.
That's a good path.
I love you so much.
That's a good path to be on, you know? Already a legend at 14.
Dude.
You know?
And I think she won the scholarship for the Victoria Lease scholarship or something to evolve MMA through one championship already. She was she was chosen for this at the age of 14.
Yeah.
Oh my god, unbelievable. Congratulations, Olivia.
Yeah, no problem.
I love you so much. Oh my god. No, I love them so much, and her dad has helped me so much in my journey. And I met them at Milton actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came over to Milton, and it was a great place for the kids actually, and known them since. So
Yeah. I've known. Do you remember Chris Zenga?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still chat with him. He's a good dude. There's a couple people from there that I still talk with. Obviously, you.
Yeah.
So what? You're back in Brampton now?
Oh my god, yes. Yeah. Not for long. The family stuff has been taken care of. I figure while I'm here, I might as well make some cash because dollar goes a lot further in Thailand than Thai baht.
Oh, word. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes the freelance IT stuff that I was doing, it dries up, and when you're not fighting or you need a fight because you need to get paid, and then your fight falls through the same day, which has happened to me twice now.
That sucks.
Yeah. It's happened.
Is there any compensation?
No, not at all.
That's horrible.
And the fights will just pull. I remember that the first time it happened when I was in Thailand, I was there. I'm so amped. I'm at the gym getting my oil rubbed down and everything. My hair is braided up and everything. And I get there and I'm warming up, And one of the random trainers, he comes up to me. He's like, "You fight today?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Who confirmed?" I was like, "You did." He's like, No fight." I was like, "Buddy, what?" Oh my god. And then he talked to Jun, who was training me, and he was supposed to corner me. He's like, "Oh, Shifa, well, Nong Fa, because they call me Nong Fa in Thailand.
What's that about?
Well, actually, the massage ladies gave me that name. I'll get back to that in a
Okay,
second.
all right.
And then Jin comes up to me, he's like, Nong Fa, no fight. Sorry. Oh my god, man. Okay, no fight. I've heard of this happening. That's true.
Yeah.
No fight confirmed unless you're walking into the ring. So true. It's okay. But, yeah, sometimes it just sucks. But yeah, Nong Fa.
Yeah, okay.
The massage ladies at the massage parlor I would go to all the time the first time I went to Thailand. They just started calling me Nong Fa. Nong is like how they kind of refer to somebody younger than them in a really polite way. Like, it's respectful, like someone like your little sister, you know? And Fa is just the color of the sky, blue. It's so cute. I think it's so, like, endearing. And they started calling me that all the time. Even this time when I went back, I just walk in and they're like, Nong Fa, you back? I'm like, you guys remember me?
That's nice.
You guys must see so many people here every day because it was on Tiger Street, like, the Soy, the most, like, the busiest. It's so famous for Muay Thai in Phuket, you know, like Tiger Muay Thai is on that street. And all these other big gyms are right there. So I'm like, you remembered me? That's crazy. But yeah, it just kind of stuck at the gym. They started calling me Nong Kwa as well.
All right. I like that you've built like a community. You've only been there for, well, I guess last time you went was like 4 months.
Yeah.
So you probably made an impact. But even like, you know, the first time, obviously you came back, they remembered you.
Yeah.
It's always nice to have that. I had like my favorite band. I met when like a few times, 3 shows ago. They hadn't been to Toronto in like 20 years, and they came, and I met the guy. It's Head PE. They're like indie kind of new metal, like rap, punk, heavy metal, reggae. It's like really eclectic. From California, and they just hadn't been for a long time. And I met him when he came, and then the next time that he came, like he remembered. Well, his name's Paulo.
Okay.
And so he remembered my name because it's Paul, and I just fucking, you know, I felt the same way. I feel thing, like, right? You know, I was like, shit, he fucking, that's so cool, you know.
Yeah, it's the best feeling ever.
So what's like leading up to a fight like for you? Like diet wise, like how long is like a fight camp and like. Because, like, that's a bit, and then they cancel. Like, it's got to be...
Yeah. I mean, okay, so in Thailand, it's different than it is here. I feel like fights are a lot more... and fighting is a lot more normalized
What's
here.
Here?
There, in Thailand.
Oh, yeah. What's the motherland, right? Like,
well, yeah, and you could fight, like, if you wanted to, every other week. Like, you know what I mean? For them, people there, the people who have been raised in it there, I mean, they do it to feed their families. You know, they don't really have a choice.
Yeah.
You know, and it's... That's why I think you'll see like a lot of the culture around fighting 5-round fights, for example. There, you might see some fights the first 2 rounds, whatever. Like they're feeling it out. You know, they're getting a gauge of each other in the ring. And then rounds 2, 3, 4. You know, they'll really amp up the action. By that point, they know who really won the fight. The one who won the fight, you'll see at the last round. They'll like put out their hand to like give their opponent a chance to concede and be like, listen, like, you know, they don't need to kill each other to prove the point.
Yeah.
You know, they're both going to get paid regardless. You know, they don't need to kill each other. They're going to be in the ring, like, pretty soon thereafter. So they don't need to go knock each other out to prove a point.
Yeah.
Because they both get it. They're trying to feed their families. So you'll see that they might dance around the ring in the last round. Really, literally dance around the ring. Just to kill the time of them.
Yeah.
And then for the timer to run out. So it's totally different, whereas here it's a huge thing. Fight posters for every fight, you know, choose your walkout music. It's a huge like production, you know.
Yeah. Do you have music that you always pick?
So not the same song actually.
Okay.
I have a playlist that I have called Walkout Tracks.
Yeah.
And I have another playlist that's called In My Element. So that one I like to play when I'm training.
Yeah.
Because it's just whenever I'm feeling a track or something about it's like getting my heart going, I'm like, I need to add that to my
playlist. That's why when we're doing top 5, I was like hype songs. Like I wonder what she listens to fucking hype her up to catch a punch in the face. You know what I mean?
It changes all the time.
Yeah.
Like it changes all the time. The procedure for me to get my mind right for fighting though, man, it's every single day I show up to training. I need that time to get to the gym alone. Like even when I was training, like, and my sister and my cousin were coming along with me to the gym, like, it would interfere with my mindset process. I can't even lie. Like, I love them so much, and they know how I feel about this. But, like, if I'm getting ready for a fight, I need to be alone, man. Like, I need so much time alone. When I'm running, that's when I'm like visualizing, you know, what am I going to do in the ring? Of course, it never ever pans out that way, but it gives you something to like prepare for in your mind, because it's hard to prepare yourself for getting really punched in the face.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Training is one thing, but getting punched in the face for real is another, you know?
I even still, like, when I was, like, training Muay Thai, like, some punches that I took in the face were, like, hard for me. Like, I was like, dang, like, I'm not cut out for this shit. I couldn't, you know, I definitely couldn't fight, you know? I'm gonna become a ref, and I became a fucking ref for wrestling. But I'd actually like to, like, get into, like, Muay Thai, but they're a lot stricter, because, I mean, it's not a performance as well, you know? Yeah. So it's like a different kind of thing. But I would like to get into that at some point.
That'd be cool, actually. Yeah. Ref one of my fights.
Yeah, I know first aid and all that shit, like, that's already. It's dope, just, like, man. I really gotta just kind of...
Yeah. Yeah, but in terms of, like, getting ready for a fight in the fight culture, man, over there, because it's back-to-back fights a lot of the time, especially after... Okay, I fought, I think it was in December or January. I can't even remember at this point. But I fought, and... Literally, we're on the way back, and I told my coach, I was like, put me in, like, give me, like, 2 weeks, and I'll be back in the ring, like, give me another fight ASAP, I want to fight again.
Yeah. And
he's like, okay. And so the next one, which I just told you fell through, that one was, I think, 2.5 weeks right after the first one, so I didn't really have time off, like, downtime, and you relax and recuperate, no, like, I was back in the gym after a day. That's kind of how it's been for most of my fights, I can't lie.
How many fights have you had now?
I think 11, including demos.
Yeah.
I think so. Maybe. I think so. I kind of lose count. But, yeah, so my first one was exactly a year after I started Muay Thai. I think that was in 2022. March of 2022. And then I fought again in April 9th. And then I think I did a demo in end of May that year. The first year that I fought, my debut year, I fought 8 times. So
that's wild.
Yeah, I was like in the ring every few weeks. I swear to God, that's what it felt like. That was a running joke. Man, I was there all the time. And I didn't really want to give myself downtime after. I love that momentum. I wanted to keep it going, yeah. But you know, you go, you experience like Thailand, you come back. I was actually supposed to fight very soon after I came back. I think it was March 10. I was supposed to fight after the first time I came back from Thailand, and I couldn't fight. I had to pull out 2 days before the fight because I injured my knee and I couldn't walk. I was like, no! I was in tears. It was the worst thing. There's nothing. No athlete likes to pull out like that.
Oh yeah, I can't imagine.
Yeah. Crushed me. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to pull out, and I felt like. Can I swear?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my God.
Yeah, for sure.
I felt like such a bitch. I was like, oh my God, it's 2 days out and I have to pull out because I can't walk on my knee. Like, anyways, that was
shit happens. That's the name of the game, though.
It sucks so much, man. But you know, it is how it is. That's just the fight game.
You got any upcoming fights planned? I'd love to fucking come out to one.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I want to come out to the next one.
So, actually, I think the next one's going to be in Ottawa. I don't think that the opponent has been nailed down yet exactly. I think he has a couple people, the promoter. It's supposed to be the Infight Style Cup, the all-female card. That's going to be June 1st. I think he's in talks with potential, you know, opponents for me.
All right.
He said he has somebody, though, and it's going to be a cool fight, I think. Really cool. I'm so
hit me up with, like, the details and ticket link or whatever when you have that shit.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so excited. Because that's going to be my first one in a while. Because I think the last time I fought was either December or January.
Is that, like, nervous? Is that nervous for you?
No. I mean, of course, yes, a little bit. If you're not nervous,
but not any more nervous than like if it was like 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Like the time off doesn't really have an effect.
The time off, you know, it affects the mindset a little bit. Of course, you're like, well, what if there's ring rust or this or that? But actually, I've never felt more confident in my abilities. Actually, I feel like I'm in such a different place with my skill level. Like I've never had this sharp of an IQ, I think. My coach really, really has helped me hone that a lot. He knows just the right things to drill with me. He knows just the right things to say to me. And he understands my mind, which is, like, the craziest thing. Like,
it's hard to find people like that.
Yeah, and I know, like, people will say, like, a lot of things about... I've jumped from gym to gym kind of quickly. I was at Milton for 2 years. I left. I went to Mafa. I left after
I don't
a few months.
I don't think anything's wrong with that. Like in my mind, like I think when you're serious about something, you're not trying to become a replica of somebody. You're trying to take the best from all these, and the more sources you have to take information from,
that's true,
the better you can become. I think it makes you more well-rounded, and so just, true. Everyone has a different mindset and a different look at things, and I think it's important, especially in something like that. But equally as important is to find someone that understands your mind and can think on that wavelength with you. So it's good that you found that.
Yeah, and to he gets what I want from the sport. He asked me, I think after a month or so of working with him, he's like, "So Shifa, you got to tell me what do you want from Muay Thai? What are you doing this for? What do you want from this?" And I'm like, "Oh, I have my dreams. I want to go fight at Raja. I want to go fight at Lumpini." He's like, "Yo, what's wrong with you? Why don't you want to be the best that fights at Lumpini? Why don't you want to be the best that fights at Raja? You think you're not worth it?" And he has this really hard conversation with me, and I'm like, shit, now he's attacking my limiting self-beliefs, and I needed somebody to talk to me like that. Mm-hmm. I needed somebody, even if it's the most ridiculous out there dream ever. Am I going to be the best in the world? Yeah. Who knows? Yeah. I don't know. You never know. But all I'm going to do is, and all I know is I'm going to do my best. I'm going to work my ass off and do the best that I can do. Mm-hmm. Wherever that leads me is where it leads me.
Has anyone ever told you, stay at one gym? Is that, a thing?
Yeah.
People have?
Yes.
Or is it just, people at the gyms and they're like, no, you should stay here? It seems so weird that you've been told that.
Both have been told to me, actually. And I've actually had people tell me, you need to humble yourself and you need to, stop thinking you're going to be the best in the world. So many people have told me that.
That's and
then
those
I
are
see
shitty.
that.
That's shit, though. That's shit. That's not. Those aren't the kind of people you want to listen to.
And then I'm and then I leave, and then people are like, "How could you leave? You're a gym hopper." And I'm like, "Well, why did you think I would leave? Why would I stay? I need to surround myself with people who are going to think that I can do it. Yeah. If you are part of my the people who I want to be on my team, and you don't think that I can do it, and deep down you really don't think I can do it." And you're kind of leading me astray and not telling me how you really feel.
I'm not here to waste my time.
But you're betraying yourself, number one, by lying to me about how you really feel, number one, because you won't say it properly to my face. So that's a huge thing. Don't betray yourself. Big thing. And I had to learn this the hard way myself. You can't betray yourself. If you feel a certain way, you better own up to it. Whether it's going to hurt people's feelings or not. Obviously don't go out and be a dick. Try to hurt people. But if you have an opinion, and it's just the truth of a situation, you can't, coddle people's emotions. You got to tell them the way it is. If you see somebody and they're doing something in their fight career, for example, which is, by the way, if you make mistakes, it's costly. You can get injured. You can get hurt. Yeah. It's not there's nothing that you can lose. There's a lot to lose, So that's number one. Number two, you're betraying yourself, you're betraying me as someone who's trusting you as part of my team, Anyways, all of that aside, I think that's just a part of the growth in the sport. You find, it takes a while, but you find the people who are in it because they see it in you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I keep my circle small now, man.
Yeah. Oh, I feel that.
People be hitting me up and shit thinking I'm uber successful and shit. Straight up, I never say Uber. I have no idea why I just said that, but people just see me photos on stage and just think I'm balling and shit and it's hey man, I had a daughter. You don't know my daughter's name, blah blah blah. We haven't seen each other in 10 years. You're hitting me up for money, dude?
Wow.
I just fucking, oh my god, I keep my circle real small, what's the, I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies, and you gotta lose some of those people because they're gonna hold you down,
I totally get it, man. I feel I used to be super involved in the Muay Thai community here in Ontario, really, really at every event. Even if I had nobody fighting at the event, I'd still pull up, And I love the scene, and I miss it a lot, I can't lie. But I think I had to take a step back. I think ever since I came back from Thailand this time, which was, I came back in February, I haven't been to one show. Not one. Even if there was people I knew that was fighting, for some of them I actually couldn't make it out. But, I think it's been the best thing for my mental health. possibly I could have done. Like, just taking a step back and really just focusing on my sport and focusing on my growth instead of being like this social butterfly that I love to talk to people and I love to be out in like the community like that. But I think I just needed to take a step back.
Yeah.
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 Big thing.
I dig it. Me time's important.
Oh, for real.
What do you do like outside of Muay Thai? Like what are some hobbies that Shifa has? Not associated with Muay Thai. Any? Or is it's just
I hang out with my cat. No, I'm playing.
What's your cat's name?
Vera, yeah.
Named after somebody or?
Actually, yeah. I was watching Bates Motel when we got her, which was in like 11th grade or something. And Vera Farmiga, I'm probably butchering her last name, but she was the actress who was playing Norma Bates in that TV show. Okay. And she's blonde with these giant green eyes, and my cat is a ginger with big green eyes. And I'm like, I like the name Vera. Like, it's so pretty.
It's nice.
And so, yeah, that's my baby, Vera. I hang out with my cat. I watch TV. I hang out with my family, which is a big thing because my family is, like, really loud South Asian family. Typical. So a lot of my time is with them when I'm not training.
What are you currently watching?
What am I watching right now?
Yeah. Baby Reindeer?
No, I've heard of it.
That shit out?
Dude, I heard about that literally today.
Yeah?
Today I literally heard it. I was on TikTok. And I saw something come up about how it's some crazy, insane, like, stalker type thing. Yeah. And I'm like, that sounds cool, man.
Yeah, my lady got me into it. We're only 2 episodes into it, but it seems like it's, like, one of the hot shows right now.
What's your favorite show, man?
Oh, man, of all time? Yeah. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's my thing. Yeah, that's my thing. That's like a show that, like, I leave on the TV. It's one of those ones. When I, like, fall asleep. Yeah. You know? Like, it's one of those shows. I've seen every episode way too many times.
Yeah. I have a few like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The Office?
No. Oh, okay. That's my brother's.
All right.
For me, Avatar The Last Airbender.
Okay. Yeah. You're anime.
Oh my god. Actually, not super into anime, but that one, I could see an episode and I could tell you what's going to happen in that episode. Any random one. Pick it out of the hat, you know? But that and Suits.
Suits. I haven't seen Suits.
Suits is like... got a special place in my heart. Me and my brother are best friends, you know, number one. Right. And so we both, like... Actually, for both of those TV shows.
Yeah?
Yeah, the amount of references we have in our daily life to both of those. Yeah, just turn on the show and just leave it playing. One of those.
I feel like my ladies might have seen it. She likes that kind of stuff. Like, I know what it's about. I think I know someone who worked on, like, the background of the show.
Yeah. Makes sense. It was filmed in Toronto.
Check it out. At some point, I feel like.
Well, if you like, how do I explain what Suits is about? It's about this guy who faked being a Harvard grad, law grad, and he got into this, like, top law firm in New York, and he has a photographic memory, and he's just stupid smart, and he remembers because he actually, like, used to get paid to write the bar exam for people, and, I mean, he got kicked out of school, whatever, but so now he's part of this, like, top law firm, and he's just going and kicking ass every day with his buddy, the top associate at that law firm. I think it's...
I'd put money down my lady's scene, and she loves that kind of shit.
Yeah.
She made me watch Mad Men. I don't want to say made me, but, like, we kind of, like, ping pong, where it's like, we're going to watch something I'm going to pick, and then
you're going to pick.
Yeah. And
that's healthy, man.
I feel like eventually we'll get to Suits. I'm pretty sure I've heard her mention it.
It's fucking good, man. I love that show.
Do you want to get into 9 to 5? Or 9 to 5. I fucking read something wrong. We talked about your 9 to 5 job. Top 5.
Top 5. Let's get it.
Yeah? We can start with shows.
Okay, I wrote this shit
down. We're doing underrated shows. No, I do that shit too.
Okay, underrated shows. Right. I have some.
Okay, you can go first if you want.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Wow. Way to make it about me, man. Sorry.
I'll go first if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll give you some time. I'll give you some time. All right. Super into, like, sitcoms.
Yeah? Like what? Don't say Friends.
No. How I Met Your Mother, I like.
Yeah, that's dope. I like that one. I like that one.
Friends. I have seen all of Friends, though, but I wasn't, like, crazy, about it. Tacoma FD, I think, is, like...
Never heard of that.
Yeah. It's like, for me, it's the funniest show that's being currently made. I watch it on Crave. And it's just about... Have you ever seen Super Troopers? Do you know that movie?
No.
Okay, so there's this, like, comedy troupe called Broken Lizard. They make a bunch of movies and stuff, and yeah, they made this. It's about like a fire department and just like the shit that goes on at the fire department, and like it's just there's no one person that stands out. Like it's.
Is it like funny?
Oh yeah, it's like real. It's sharp. Like
is it
it's
like
real
Brooklyn
witty.
Nine-Nine?
It's probably along the lines of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I say that's a very good comparison.
Fucking funny.
I haven't watched a lot of it, and I don't know why because I like so many people in the show.
I think it's just so stupid funny.
There's so many good fucking shows. You know, that's the problem. There's some new shit that always pops up, like Baby Reindeer. Like that wasn't on our list.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden she's like, babe, I saw fucking. It was like TikTok or some shit. She's like,
Yeah.
we gotta watch this. But yeah, so Tacoma FD, that's my number 1. Children Ruin Everything. That's my number 2. It's a Canadian show filmed in Toronto. I actually know quite a few people who've been on it. And it seems like my least favorite thing about the show is the name, because the show actually is very appealing to like parents.
Okay.
You know, but with the name, it will turn parents off. Yeah. I feel like, you know, my lady didn't watch it for the longest time, and I was like, babe, this shit is funny.
And she's like, why should I
But there's always like a good message, and they're very like they're a family, and they I don't know.
PG, like super PG.
I don't want to say it's super PG. It's not R or anything but it's not
PG-13.
Yeah, let's say PG-13. Let's go there. But super funny.
All right.
And no one really notable is in. It's all a bunch of like just new faces that you wouldn't recognize, but
oh my god, that makes me want to change one of my answers that I wrote down. Oh, but these are good options too.
It's okay. You can honorable mention. I actually wrote down some shit, and then I was like, wait a minute. I have another. Yeah.
Here, let me honorable mention a couple.
Okay.
I gotta write this down. It's gonna slip out of my mind real bad. Fuck. Oh my god, what's it called? Misfits.
Misfits. I don't know that.
It's a UK show. So fucking good. Actually, I'm changing the ranking here because one of the other ones should be an honorable mention.
It's all good. No one knows anything.
No one knows anything about anything. Yeah. What was it?
Misfits?
No, it was the one that I just deleted. This is CTE talking.
Oh shit, for real.
You're seeing it in live action right now. Holy fuck. Animal Kingdom. Holy fuck. Kingdom. Alright. You said Tacoma PD?
Yeah, Tacoma FD.
It's FD, sorry.
Children Ruin Everything. Man with a Plan. That's my number 3. It's real corny. I'll be real.
About?
And I don't care things. I love... Okay, so... It's a family... It's a sitcom. It's like a really... It reminds me of like a 90s sitcom. Like That's my shit. Like I said, Fresh Prince. Like all the... Like Married with Children. Family Matters. All that like Home Improvement. All those like 90s cheesy sitcom.
Yeah.
Full House even. Like loved all of that shit. You know? Saved by the Bell. Fucking did it. And this kind of reminds me... It's like a... it's been off the air for a bit. It only got 4 seasons, but it has Matt LeBlanc, who's actually from Friends.
Yes, I know.
But like when I think of him, this is what I think of. He's like he just has a construction business. He has 3 kids, and
I don't think I've ever seen Matt LeBlanc in anything but Friends.
Yeah, it's weird because like everyone talks like that's how people, and I'm like, no, wait, man.
There's more shit that he's done.
Yeah. It's wild.
This is his career. He's an actor. I'm sure there's more shit that he's been in.
I don't know. I really just think like. What else? I have Friends and this show.
And that's it. Like
I don't. You don't see him in a lot of things.
That's crazy. Is he Canadian?
I'm not sure. I'm not a big Matt LeBlanc fan.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm like, imagine this guy's like French Canadian. I kind of want to Google that.
Yeah, do it.
Let me just check that out.
Go ahead.
Quick. I love getting random facts like that. Oh my god.
When you're watching movies, do you like Google?
I'm
people
the worst.
and shit. Yeah,
I will go and find out their entire life story. Thank you, Wikipedia.
So what I like about Amazon Prime is you pause that shit and it just shows you everyone who's in a scene. Fucking.
Oh, I'm getting no service down here. It's okay.
It's all right.
I'll hit pause on this for another time.
Okay. Sweet Tooth. That's my number 4. It's not. That's the only one that's not a comedy. It's like it's a show on Netflix. It's 2 seasons. It's by DC. And it's about kind of just like hybrid animal. It's like, years down the road and animals and humans have kind of like become like hybrids. And there's like you know, just he's like a child deer, basically, the main kid. Okay. And there's a bunch of different animals, you know, and dope, they're like kids, and it's, I don't know, it's really heartwarming, but also like fucking evil at the same time. It hits all the notes for me, and like like a lot of people don't know about it. It's on Netflix. Marlon is my number 5. I really have a thing for the Wayans brothers. Yeah. To be real, I think they're underappreciated. Like as a whole, just like I'm really fond of people that have just like, this is what we're gonna do, and they make something that like completely out of nothing. Yeah. You know, and the Wayans brothers like created an empire with that name, and are they winning? Are they make the Wayans brothers like Marlon Wayans, Damon Wayans? How old are you?
26.
Motherfuck, really? Wow. Jeez. No, it's okay. I'm not saying motherfuck like Kevin Hart, Don Cheadle, fucking. I'm just like, damn, you don't know who they are. There's like a whole legacy, family. And I'm like, who the hell are you talking about? Okay, Marlon Wayans, I'll show you. I gotta show you.
How old are you?
I am 38, yo.
Oh, really? Yeah. I was guessing like 34. I swear to God.
Yeah, I know. I'm fucking. Okay, hold on. Let's just do the Wayans brothers first.
You're giddy about it. That's a crazy thing. Oh my God, this is gonna be good. Imagine I've seen
You have to. Okay, so this is all of them.
Oh my God, no. Wait,
you've seen Scary Movie?
Yes, I do know these guys.
Yeah.
Where have I seen one of these guys?
These two are in Scary Movie.
Yes.
And they're like the brother. This is like the gay guy.
Yeah.
And these guys were just big way back in the day. They're kind of just the older guys.
Okay, so yeah, I've seen Scary Movie, and that's why I recognize those guys. Fair enough.
But anyways, Marlon Wayans, who's like, I want to say the youngest in the family. He's like stand-up comedian as well. Had like a show that fucking, I guess wasn't received. It had 2 seasons, so I guess it wasn't horrible, but 20 episodes, 2 seasons. And it just like disappeared off of like every streaming service. I can't find it on like, obviously I collect shit. Can't find it.
That's fucking crazy. How did I not notice that?
I have like way more too. There's not enough room in here.
I love Bones.
Yeah, do you?
I love Bones.
Bones is wicked.
Dude,
that honorable mention to fucking Bones.
Yo, Bones is fucking sick.
That's one of those. It's just like, it's not too deep. It's not really, you know, it knows what it is, and it plays within those boundaries, you know? Like there's always someone doing some ridiculous scream at the beginning of every episode. Yes! That's my shit. I just... so how real. Over the top is this gonna be?
Yo, and how are they gonna realize how this person died? How are they gonna reconstruct their face in this?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yo, I swear it made me want to be an anthropologist when I first started watching that show. I swear. Consider me influenced.
Yeah, alright. Yeah. That happens though, you know?
Man, I mean, did that happen? No. Not even I punch people in the face for fun now, so. But.
What you got?
Oh my God, okay. Let's look at this. Altered Carbon. I think they had 2 seasons only on Netflix.
Yeah.
Fucking sick show. It's like a cyberpunk type of, like, futuristic type of, like, reality. Like, way in the future. And people have this, like, disc that you can upload your consciousness onto, like, this disc now, which is plugged into the back of your head here. And so you can switch bodies. So even if, like, your body's dying, you can take that out and plug it into a different body, like plug and play type thing. And so, of course, think about how much fuckery can happen with a society like that.
Yeah.
You know, and all the stupid, crazy, rich people can do whatever they want, obviously. And so that was a really good show.
Black Mirror shit.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. The first season, I will say, was better than the second. I will say. The characters and the storyline was just way better, in my opinion. But I think it's a must-watch for a lot of people. Like, are you into that type of stuff?
Yeah, a little bit.
Check it out.
I got really into Westworld. I thought the first season was amazing, and then I stopped watching after the second season.
Yeah.
I do watch some of that kind of stuff, though. Yeah, for sure.
Altered Carbon, hands down, one of my favorites, I think, of all time.
All right.
I'm so sad that they canceled the show, which is the dumbest thing that they could have done. Netflix, I'm talking to you, but, yeah, the first season was better than the second, but the second was also still really good. So, set a high bar, the first one. So Altered Carbon. Oh, are you a gamer at all?
Yeah.
So, you know Cyberpunk 2077?
Yeah.
So, I was obsessed with that game. Similar type of thing with Altered Carbon. I think one was based off of the other a little bit, like loosely. I can't remember which way around, though, so don't quote me to that. Another one, Sense8, which is really, really cool. Yeah. Have you heard of it? Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Fucking good
I know
show.
both of the shows that you've mentioned so far. I just haven't checked them out.
So good. Sense8 was really good. I think I rewatched it. I think the second time I rewatched it, I was kind of like, but I still really liked it. So that was a good show.
Some shows are rewatchable. Some shows, like Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm only going through that once.
One time.
You know?
Yeah, you know the suspense and hanging on the edge.
Yeah.
I can only hang out with that one time. But yeah, Sense8 was really good. Okay, this one, it's not underrated, okay? But I think strangely helped me so much when I was in Thailand. This is going to be a weird one.
Right.
Emily in Paris.
Okay, yeah.
So she's this like marketing executive who goes to Paris and whatever is figuring out her life. Am I a marketing student? Ever? Never in my life. What it inspired me though, like it really inspired me to kickstart my like social media and stuff when I was in Thailand. Like when I say kickstart, I mean like really post with purpose.
Yeah.
And that's how I actually ended up working at Phuket Fight Club. Because I started doing social media for the gym there.
Okay.
Well, on the team, the social media team there. Because I was inspired by Emily in Paris. One of my friends, he owns a tattoo shop there. Just on this way, actually, on Tiger Street. And I was showing him some of this. He's like, he also does videography professionally and stuff. And I was showing him some photos I'd taken. He's like, yo, like, you know you have an eye for this. You know you could monetize this while you're here. I don't know why you don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to need money one way or another. You do it something that you're good at. And I'm like, you think I'm good at this? He's like, Shifa, like, what are you talking about? And so I started doing some stuff for fun. He started teaching me how to like edit videos professionally.
Yeah. And
then there we go. I took some liberties. I edited some videos for some of my friends at the gym, Noellison and Diandra, and they turned out really cool with him. So, yeah. So thank you, Emily in Paris, for inspiring me.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Love that.
And it's just so easy to watch. It's one of those really easy to watch TV shows.
Yeah, my lady got into it. I tried. That's not my...
It's just like the right amount of drama, you know? Yeah. And it's like, she's cute. It's fun to look at, you know? Anyways, Misfits. That was a fucking good show. It's a UK-based show about a bunch of kids who get superpowers from some crazy storm that happens.
Okay.
Some insane...
Sounds like I'd like it.
Yeah.
I love superhero shit.
They're not even, like... superheroes though. They're like miscreants.
Yeah, just with like powers.
Yeah. And so like this crazy random storm hits and these are kids who were like doing community service, you know, and they all get caught in this storm. Some people are going like crazy, some are going invisible, some are like some can't get killed and they don't know what their powers are, you know, and it's a crazy show. It's so funny because British humor is dry, you know.
Yeah.
And they're kind of mean. And I think it's so funny. I love that kind of humor.
Yeah.
So, Misfits was... I love that. It was so well done. Fuck. They really brought that full circle really well.
Is it on something? Or could you see it?
Oh, fuck. Like... Oh.
I illegally download anyway. Yeah. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. I'm sure it's available for illegal download somewhere. I think I watched it on YouTube for a while. Okay. I'm sure they must have taken it off by now, but I'm pretty sure I illegally watched most of it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, but that show is so worth it. It's so worth the, like... What's the viruses you might get on your computer? It's so worth it. I love that show. Have you ever heard of Skins?
Skins? I don't think so, no.
So that's not on like my like favorites list or anything, but it's kind of similar. It's also a UK show. They also had a US version, but a bunch of miscreant like teenagers, you know, running around like trying to live their lives and they think they're so cool and all that.
Did you ever see Fleabag?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But yeah,
Afterlife?
It sounds familiar.
Ricky Gervais?
Is that like a comedy show?
It's
like
comedy and it'll make you laugh and cry.
But is it stand up?
No.
Okay, no.
No. There's three. Oh my god, it's on Netflix.
Okay, then I'll check it out.
That's a British show. That's like fucking. I'm just thinking of the British shows that I watch.
Yeah. Outlander is one of my favorites. I think I love it because it's like this lady from the end of she was a nurse in World War II. And she goes on honeymoon with her husband, like a real honeymoon after the war ends. And she's on her honeymoon and somehow she goes, they're in Scotland and she gets to these, like, the Stonehenge type thing. And she touches the rock and she gets sent back 200 years in the past. And now she has to figure out how the hell to survive in this world, you know, 200 years in the past with the skills that she has being a modern woman, you know. So she's she understands medicine. You know, she was a nurse in the war, and knowing how to heal people the way that she does could make her be considered like a witch or whatever in that time, 200 years in the past, like in very rural Scotland, like
yeah.
So she's got to figure out what the hell just happened and like how do I navigate this. I'm a huge sucker for like historical fiction type of stuff.
Okay.
And they did it really accurately as well. Like they stuck a lot of real facts of real war stuff in there. I thought it was so cool. Very well done show. Yeah, really good show. Really good show. I love that show so much. Yeah, and what's another one? Yeah, honorable mention, Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
You know that one?
Yeah. I think I do. Yeah.
It's like crime family type stuff.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of something different.
I think they're Florida based crime family and like
no, I'm definitely thinking of something different.
I think they're Florida. It's fucking awesome.
I thought you were talking about like fucking
National Geographic.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
No, Animal Kingdom's fucking awesome, man. Check it out if you get a chance. It's very cool. I don't know if you're into crime stuff like that.
Yeah, I am a bit. Like a lot of documentaries as well. That kind of shit. I actually just like went through, I don't even know what it's called, Unlocked maybe. It's like this jail just basically unlocked all the doors, took all the cops away, and let like the inmates kind of build a community.
Okay.
Like just themselves.
This is real? Like it's a documentary on a real thing? Sounds kind of
it's like 8 episodes.
It's kind of dope.
Shit, it was captivating as fuck. Yeah. Like I went through it in like 2 days.
How do they set up the like hierarchy? I mean, first of all, I think they already have hierarchies within prison. And I know this only because someone who I consider a mentor actually, Wes Watson, like he came out of prison. Like he did 10 years in like maximum security prison in California state. You know, and he talks about it a lot when he like on his profile and his social media and stuff. But he talks about the hierarchy to prison, so I'm sure that must be crazy.
Yeah, it's real interesting. Anywho, let's do. You can do Muay Thai fighters. I was just good. That was just one for you.
Yeah.
Because I don't really. When I think of fighters, like, I really don't even know what the main. My favorite fighter is George St. Pierre. I'll say that.
Yeah,
that's who I like.
Cool. Actually, he was I think judging or he was commentating on a fight event yesterday in Dubai. I had a friend who was supposed to fight on that card actually, and I was chatting with him the whole time it was going on because he was at the event cornering somebody else. He didn't make weight, so he couldn't make the fight. But another guy that I know from Phuket Fight Club was actually fighting on the event. He won by knockout.
Shit.
Fucking awesome. And George St. Pierre was, I think he was commentating. I don't think he was judging, but yeah, he was commentating. Dope event. Crazy. Karate combat. It was live on YouTube. So cool. And yeah, that was really cool. But he's your only favorite fighter?
Oh no, I have others. I just didn't really prepare because we were doing specifically Muay Thai, and I wouldn't even know what.
Dude, any fighter, I don't care. You don't have to keep it to Muay Thai. I'll talk about Muay Thai fighters.
Khabib.
Oh, cool.
I'm a McGregor fan.
Which is so funny because you just said Khabib and McGregor in the same sentence, but I see it. I get it.
McGregor for completely. I like both of them for different reasons. Yeah. You know, I mean, I both think they're knowledgeable. Obviously, Khabib is like one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
In like UFC.
Yeah.
And
his IQ is insane.
They've done different things. Like he's not really a draw.
Yeah.
Like McGregor is.
Yeah.
You know, and I think.
In a different way.
On some level, like obviously it's fighting, but it's also entertainment, and I think like Khabib brings the like. Everything that is like pure fighter.
Yeah.
And then McGregor is like, as someone who likes professional wrestling, I just like what he always brought to the table and how he kind of like made it about other stuff. And he did some crazy stuff. I've talked about this a bunch. Like I don't condone all the crazy shit he's done outside.
Yeah.
But like UFC, I think started doing those real, like they would do the weigh-ins.
Yeah.
But they started doing those like pre-show press conferences because of McGregor. Like I would
1000%.
I would put my money down. Like it seems like everything time because he was just entertaining outside of the ring, you know, and he made it more about. It wasn't just two people getting in a cage and fighting it, which I like, but like some people don't like, and so to get new eyes on the sport, which I think is. It's important, but then you have like this Logan Paul, blah, we can go down the road, you know, but I think you always got to keep bringing new eyes to the sport, and even like someone like you, like if if more places like weight loss places had like Muay Thai things there, and like however they get their eyes on the sport and fall in love with it doesn't matter.
I agree with you.
And
I totally agree. As long as they see it, man.
Yeah, I don't know who else.
I'd love to like show people the sport, and even for my Instagram, like so many random people are like, yo, what is this that you're doing? Like, I see how much it's worked for you. What are you doing? Like, how do I make this work?
Where do I get tires I can fucking punch and beat the shit out of?
Yeah, like where can I figure can you recommend a spot? And like many people have asked me that. So many.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck yeah, let me tell you everything I know.
Do I?
Yeah, do I have something for you? Man, favorite fighters?
Yeah.
I have a list. Okay. Favorite Muay Thai fighters. Okay.
All right.
Number 1, hang on. Let's pull up the list because I need to stay on track. Pat Utong, my favorite right now. Oh my god, he's like a golden era type fighter. And he's so technical. He's such a technical, like, Muay Thai, like, really IQ heavy. He sets traps. Oh, it's beautiful. I love watching his sweeps. I love watching the way that he fights. It's beautiful. Another one, Superlek. I think that...
Who?
Superlek.
Okay.
You might have seen him fight recently on One Championship if you watch One Championship. He fought Rod Tang recently. That was a huge, huge, huge match. Because they're both just so good. Like...
Does your family watch this stuff with you?
I force them to.
Yeah, okay.
I totally force them. Guys, watch. And like they'll be watching and I'm like shadowboxing in the living room. I'm like, guys, like you see what he's doing right there? Yeah, like he's doing that because he's setting up a trap. And they're sick of me. Oh my god! I think just yesterday my aunt, she's visiting from India, so now she's my newest mark. And my family's like, oh, she got you into it already, huh? And I was making her watch actually. I was watching Karate Combat, which I was just talking about. And I was like, yeah, like, look, my friend's right in the corner. You see him right there? Yeah, he's the bald one. And then afterwards, I put on one of Alicia's fight. Alicia from Phuket Fight Club. She's on my list. She's one of my favorite fighters. I think she has the most insane IQ. Her most recent fight against Morales, Christiana? I don't know if it's Christiana. Morales is all I know. Anyways, she broke her hand, her right hand, in the first round of the first couple of punches she threw. Her
kept going.
All 5 rounds.
Ugh.
And she was defending her title, and she won.
Ooh.
What?
That's what's up.
And she adjusted her game plan. And every time this chick would come in, kick all day. Oh my god. I love seeing smart fighters. And
That's brutal, though. So early on, too.
God.
And then still win. I love that.
I love that.
Also, now that I'm saying it, Forrest Griffin, I really liked back in the day because I only mentioned 3, but
yeah, that's true. You did.
I like those dudes that can. There's a difference, You're probably coming at it from like. I mean, you want longevity. You want as many fights, I guess, as possible. Yeah. Which means like. The least amount of contact, really trying to protect yourself and that kind of stuff. Obviously, you're fighting. You're going to get hit. It doesn't matter. But, like, you want to minimize
the
things. There's dudes in the UFC that just go in, Justin Gaethje, that just go in swinging. And they don't protect themselves, like, at all.
Yeah.
And I like watching those fights.
Yeah.
But, like, if I was them, I wouldn't do it that way. I would never fight. Like, it's not for me. Like, I love it.
But just go balls to the wall and be like, fuck this, I'm here.
Yeah, like, your career's not long, dude. You got, like... Gaethje's got a couple years left.
How old is he, though?
I don't know. He's young, but it's...
Is he young? I'm pretty sure he's in his 30s.
That's not young? I guess that's not young, eh?
For fighting?
Yeah, that's not young.
Not really. No, okay. Because for fighting, what's old is, like, being in your 40s. Early 40s is old for fighting. Dude, me fighting Muay Thai at 26, I feel old for the sport. Because the people who I'm going to fight have been doing this since they were 7. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, like, look at Olivia, who I just talked about. She's 14 years old. How many fights does she have? I think she has, like, 25 fights or something more than that already.
Mm-hmm.
Like, insane.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I agree with you. Like, there's a thrill in brawling. I've had some sparring rounds. Oh, my God. I sparred with Lobo at Fight Club. And this guy, I love this. He doesn't really discriminate. If you're a chick or a guy, whatever, he's gonna bang, And I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Like, I remember one time I'm sparring with him, and we're going. It's fun, you know? I'm having the time of my life. You see some Russian guys who are sitting on the side of the ring. They're like, are you crazy? Like, why are you hitting her like that? And I was like, dude, it's okay. And we kept going. We finished the round. I was like, these guys, because of course their culture, like, you don't hit a woman.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Even when I spar with them, though, like, they'll dance around in front of me. They'll just work defense and, like, let me hit them. It's so annoying. But it's fun. It's cute. I think it's, like, very sweet. It's very sweet. I gotta respect it, you know? But that was funny. Super funny. Yeah, so now you've only listed 4. Give me your 5th. I want to hear it.
Interesting.
Anybody of all time.
Randy Couture, maybe?
Okay.
Randy Couture. It's so hard.
Is that WWE?
What? Pardon?
Is that WWE?
Randy Couture is not WWE. No, he's like a.
The name is like.
He was like old school heavyweight champ.
Oh,
back in the day. You know what? Mike Tyson, yo.
Thank you.
I'm gonna put Mike Tyson.
I like
there.
Mike
If anything,
Tyson.
he would be a little bit higher. I was just thinking like UFC, but like boxing's fighting.
My style is impeccable.
I could add some wrestling, but that's fine. I'm good. I'm good. I don't. Yeah, Mike Tyson would be earlier on in the list, but I'm not sure about that fight that he's doing with Jake Paul, though. You know,
Jake is calling out people who are past their prime and think he's making him something like.
I'll watch it, but I ain't paying for it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Give me the Russian stream link.
yeah.
I'm not paying for that shit. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta talk about my list here.
All right, do it up.
I gotta talk about my list. So I talked about Pet Utong, Superlek, Alicia, Pet Jija. She's training out of Venom camp right now, I think, in Bangkok. And Pet Jija, oh my god, like she's got that Thai style, and she's so aggressive with her hands. Like she's really rounded it out with her hands as well. And I think that Venom's doing a great job of that at their camp there, where they're bringing the Farang, the foreigner style, and bringing it with the Thai style really, really well. And like that's where the sport is evolving to, I think. And it's so aggressive, and it's so technically smart. Like the way that if you see the way she throws her hands, like it's hard. Like she's not like the tallest fighter ever, but like she protects herself really well. She comes in, she throws her hands, she has great volume, and she has a little bit of that Farang style influence, which I love. So I love when fighters are super aggressive and smart at the same time.
Yeah.
It's just such a beautiful blend. And of course the sport is violent. There's something about watching some people beat the shit out of each other that's like so like primally like holy fuck. You're watching on the screen like fuck.
How do you explain that to your I also want you to go through your list, but just more things come to mind.
Fair.
How do you like explain to your parents like no, like when you get hurt or when you get and you're like, no, I like this. Like I knew this was gonna happen. This is the risk I took.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
So like I was having this conversation with a friend of mine recently, Nick Wang. And we were talking about, like, which one sucks more, like, brain injury, breaking a bone, cuts, something like that. And I was like, okay, number 1, breaking a limb, like, that sucks. I can't even imagine. Like, when I see random, like, reels come up on Instagram, I scroll as fast. I cannot see someone breaking their shin.
That's, like, the most,
can't.
yeah.
Oh, my God. Like, it gets me, my blood curdling. I can't.
And then you're just going to fight still after that? Like, it just seems like walking would be such a mission after
it's
something.
It's not just that. It's, like, the mental part of coming back from an injury. Man, my knee, I couldn't walk for a bit, and I was like, oh, my God, like, am I ever going to be able to fight again? Of course, I can fight again. But, like, it's always in the back of your mind, you know?
Yeah.
Imagine breaking your limb, and you're like, fuck. Okay, that's one thing. But getting a cut on your lip, okay, I've seen this happen to a couple people in Thailand. Okay, it's happened to a friend of mine, Maisha, and it happened to another guy in Thailand at the same gym, Maikon, while I was still there. Their lip busted right open.
Yeah.
Hanging open.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
I had that shit happen when I was in middle school.
Oh my God.
I was a rowdy motherfucker back in the day. Like I'm not big, but I was like, talk shit. Like we can go. Like I'm not gonna. And like for me, like that kind of shit, I'll fucking throw a rock at your face. Like because I'm not like bigger dudes just always thought they could pick on me, you know. And sometimes I got my ass kicked, and sometimes they fucking never picked on me again.
Yeah.
You know, but I was like never. I wasn't the kind of guy that was really like backing down. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, fucking I want to say the dude had a ring on, but like he could have not had a ring on, you know. But it was like the thing was over, and we were like,
scar there now.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And like it looked like there was a chunk missing originally when it happened. Like you open your mouth and it just kind of like separates. So I know what you mean. But the ones you've seen, it probably been worse. Like
Dude,
this was.
So my friend, she has like a scar on her lip here, and what she told me when it happened, like it was hanging open, you could see all of her gum and everything, like her gums through it. I was like, ah!
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then the other guy, Mycon, I saw the photo of it. I was like, oh my god, the pit in my stomach. I was like, ah! Oh my god. So of course when you're fighting and you're fighting with no gear, that's in the back of your mind, you don't want to get cut, but that's why there's the different styles come into play, right? Like there's Muay Mat, there's Muay Thai, which is a kicker, Muay Famur, which is a smart fighter. Smart fighters don't like to get hit. Yeah, I
wouldn't want to get hit. Is that your list? You have more?
Pech Panam Rung Kiat Mau Kao. I probably said that wrong. Kiat Mu Kao. Yeah, his kicks are like beautiful. Pech Panam Rung. Very also golden era type Muay Thai. I love watching those highlight reels on Instagram. Sorry, not Instagram, on YouTube.
Well, whatever. But you're like studying.
Yeah.
That's kind of like how when I watch like stand-up specials and stuff now.
Yeah.
Or even like wrestling. And like I'm a ref. I know that. I understand.
Like this is my chat with my coach. Like this is Pech Panam Rung, the same one that I was just talking about.
Yeah.
We send these videos back and forth to each other about these fights or these highlight reels and whatever.
Watch this part, timestamps and
shit. Actually,
yeah.
Exactly. And I just Pet Utong, I love this video because it just shows how slick and beautiful Muay Thai can be. Fuck. And so goddamn effective.
Yeah.
There's hypothetical violence and there's real violence. And I'm actually totally quoting my coach right now. Like, Shifa, I said that. Yeah, you did. Thanks, coach. Hypothetical violence, man. You see a lot of it in Ontario. That's all I'll say about that.
All right. Let's do superheroes.
Okay. Superheroes. I was never really a superhero person. Like.
Yeah, you should have told me because like I've had people say like you could have said your coaches. You could have said like family members. You could have said like I've had people say musicians. You know.
Okay. In that case, I definitely have some people then.
All right.
We want to talk superheroes. You go first.
Oh man, see, I said all that shit, and mine. I'm a comic book nerd, so like I do this question with every guest because it's like kind of bringing them into my world, but I kind of open it up because I realize not everyone's into that shit.
Yeah.
But mine are all traditional. If I was doing a real person, it would be my Nana for sure. She was basically my mom.
Yeah.
But I'm going Batman, and then Red Hood, Batman, Ninja Turtles, Red Hood, Arsenal, and Spider-Man. Those would be in my Nana.
Dope. Yeah, I like that. That's a good list. But I want to talk about superheroes, man. My brother.
Yeah?
My brother.
Older?
Older brother, yeah. Mm-hmm. He's almost 3 years older than me, but I love that guy. Like, I see him learn how to overcome his bad habits. Like, the amount of self-awareness that it takes to be like, wow, like, I drink too much alcohol.
Yeah.
And why am I drinking too much alcohol? It's because I want to escape my real life. Maybe I should build a life that I actually like. Like, the amount of self-awareness that it takes to do that, man, I love that guy. Like, to be able to do that and to be like, enough. Like, I can't live like this.
And the motivation behind that. Like, a lot of people are self-aware also, and then just don't do shit about it.
Yeah. And
so.
But now he's, like, literally one of the most successful people that I know. And, man, so proud of him. So proud of him.
Hell yeah. I love that.
Yeah. So, number one, him for sure. Superhero. My cousin. She lives with me. Like, at my house. She immigrated here from India. You know, and she had, like, a good life in India. She came here thinking she's gonna have more, like, opportunities and this and that. And it was so fucking hard for her until, like, this past year. And she got here when I was still in high school. I think I was in 11th grade, and I graduated 2015. So that'll make it 2014 she got here. 10 years, man. Something like that. Like, of straight suffering. Like, the lifestyle was not... It was not an easy life, you know? Like, you're here on a student visa, you can't work, you can't get hours, da-da-da-da. Or you're working cash jobs and people are exploiting you. And you know, it's so hard. And I saw it firsthand, you know? And this is somebody that I didn't really know her much before she moved here, actually. And so our relationship built over time. superhero, straight up. I love her. That's crazy. Who else, man? Fuck. If I talk about real superheroes, I don't even know real superheroes like that.
one like comic was fucking anything.
Anything. Okay.
Anything.
I gotta think about this. Give me a minute. Pulling a blank, man. Fuck. Oh shit. See, like,
it's all good.
Yeah, like.
Some people aren't into that shit. Superman? You like Superman? Wonder Woman.
It's like, in theory, sure, yeah, but like, I don't know what they do.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know what I
That's
mean?
fair.
How can I put out a statement like,
I like
yeah,
his
I
outfit.
like this?
Fucking...
Yeah, that sounds cool, man.
Yeah.
That sounds fucking dope. Imagine I woke up and I could fucking shoot webs out of my fucking hand. Like,
you ever seen any though?
Yeah,
any
I've seen Spider-Man.
Okay.
I liked it. I really liked it, but I mean, I wasn't like obsessed with it.
That's fair.
You know, I was a Harry Potter nerd.
Oh, word.
Yeah, like nerd. I see your clock here.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good. Yeah, we could say that's Harry Potter's a superhero.
I have every book PDF on my phone.
But why they have to kill Dobby off? You know what I mean?
It just adds.
I got into Harry Potter so late. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
Yeah, like not. Yeah, maybe like 10, just over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I watched them all, and so like that. The first fucking. I always love seeing people's reactions to like their first time seeing Dobby die.
Oh my god, yeah. Like, why did he have to die?
What a shit movie. I just felt like it was so unnecessary.
Prisoner of Azkaban. Was it the Prisoner of Azkaban? The one where Sirius died. That one made me fucking depressed. Why did he have to die, bro? Harry just got his family back.
Yeah.
And you're gonna snatch his family away? Come on, bro.
Oh,
That's
we found
diabolical.
it. Harry Potter. Alright, we found it.
Yeah.
We found your nerd.
Yeah,
Your nerd
yeah. It's definitely there,
I
man.
dig that.
What, dude? Avatar The Last Airbender didn't give it away. Like,
oh, you know what? That should have given a little bit away. Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Like, it's there. The nerd is there.
I dig it.
Man, but Harry Potter? Fuck. Oh my god.
I think they're doing a show. They're coming out with a show.
For Harry Potter?
Yeah,
oh my
that's
god,
what
they're
I've been
gonna
hearing.
butcher it. They're gonna butcher it so bad because
a season per book or whatever.
Did you see the live action, the new released live action Avatar?
No.
Terrible. I hate it.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I did not like that.
I saw a play, The Cursed Child, the Harry Potter play. Mm-hmm. Have you seen that?
No, I've heard of it. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
You should see that shit. Have you read that?
Something about it's like
I haven't read any of the books.
I feel like I must have read a little bit of it and then I just like stopped. But I've also read.
I went into it not knowing anything about it.
I've read so much Harry Potter fan fiction that it all blends.
That's what my lady's reading right now.
Like,
just,
you want to know?
It's like some of it's so good,
dude. Like I've cried at this shit. Like I'm sitting there. Oh my god, how can they do
That's
that?
hilarious.
It's so bad. Like fan fiction. The fact that I needed more content.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I got a deep dive right now. Holy.
Also, now we're talking. I want to say my lady too. Like
that's fucking awesome.
I
man.
fucking watched her fucking.
I've
never seen anything more intense in my life than her fucking pushing a baby out. Like I've never.
Fucking crazy.
It's just nothing will ever top that. Like just the sheer like willpower and just like, well, I got to do this. I'm just doing this, and the intensity in her face and just like everything, and she fucking gave me my daughter, and that's pretty godlike.
Yes.
You know
what, now that you say that, you know who it brings to mind is Randa Basus. This is Olivia's mom.
Okay.
I love that woman so much, and she is a fucking superhero. Her kids are some of the smartest children I've ever met, and like I mean that, like they are so attuned to like how people like might feel about something, and they're still kids. They train their asses off like superheroes every day, and she wrangles this giant family. I think it's 4 kids. Olivia, like literal world champion. Linnea, which is the middle one, she's kind of like a rebel. Love her. Isaiah, he's like a firecracker. He's always like, he's like an Energizer bunny. Like
how old is Isaiah?
Isaiah's 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think I was thinking of a different Isaiah.
Oh, you're thinking of Isaiah from Milton Muay Thai.
Yes.
So
okay.
That's completely different family.
Gotcha.
But yeah, and so she's wrangling all these kids, her husband, and getting them to training, making sure they eat healthy all the time. And when they're not like in Ontario, she homeschools them because they live in Thailand like most of the time.
Yeah.
Like I think half the year they're abroad training, or like if not in Thailand, they're in Malaysia training with Rentap, which is another massive gym. Like, okay, when I say massive, I don't mean in terms of space and like well known. I mean in terms of the people that they produce. This one kid that they've produced, Jojo Ghazali, insane skill. His brother, insane. So both of his brothers and his sister, insane skill. Like these kids are like, I think he has like the fastest knockout record, like 16 seconds or something like that at one championship. He's a 16-year-old kid.
Wow.
Insane. Anyways, that's a little bit of a tangent. Now
It's
here
okay.
I am talking about Muay Thai again.
It's
Holy
okay.
fuck.
It's all right. No, it's all good.
But yeah, Randa is a fucking superhero. I don't know how the fuck she does it, but she does it. I love that woman. I actually literally just sent her something a couple days ago about send this to someone who you think is doing a good job of being a mom. I was like, I know exactly who to send that to.
All right. What else do we? Let's do. Yeah, let's do comedians.
Okay. You see, it's so funny because you talked about comedians, and I was like, I'm not a huge, like, stand-up comedy person, but people in my life are funny as fuck. So I have real-life options for that.
Okay.
You know? If only I had done that for superheroes to begin with. But the stand-up comedians I do like, Matt Rife. I think his crowd work is so good.
Yeah.
It's just so real, you know? Like, coming up with shit on the spot and making it, like, roasting each other, I think is so much fun. And that's how I bond with my friends.
There's a lot of hate with Matt Rife in the stand-up community, I feel like. And personally, I don't get it. Like, I get it. I get that he's a pretty boy.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't understand. I think his content is pretty solid.
Yeah.
You know? He
it's
caught
funny.
a lot of shit when he released his, like, Netflix special. Because there was, like, a domestic violence joke in it.
Oh.
But, like, it's just a joke. People laughed. If you didn't like it, that's okay. It was literally, like, you know, a minute of, like, an hour. And people are like, the whole thing is garbage because I didn't agree with this one. And it's like, hey, man, it's okay. But, yeah, solid. I like seeing him do the crowd when he's, like, talking to, like, there's one where I saw I like when he... It's going to sound horrible, but I like when he makes fun of disabled people.
Oh my god,
I like when he calls them out and he talks to them.
Yeah.
Because, like, dude, I know some disabled people, and, like, let me tell you, they like that shit. Like, most of the one, they're so not considered for those things on a regular basis that when people just are... it's like what you said about the dudes, like, just hating you. Like, you're just anybody.
Yeah.
And not... you know, putting into account that whatever, you're a woman, or it's just like, hey, you're just a person, and
it feels so real.
Yeah.
It feels so much better. I think I totally see what you're saying about that, and I get it.
So that's what I really like about it. Yeah,
and I think it's just his crowd work is funny as fuck, man. He'll take someone's like a feature about them or something random, you know, and like he's not even saying it in a mean way. You know what I mean? But he's making light of it in the funniest, like, in a really lighthearted way, which I think is just...
Did you ever see that video where he's fucking... Someone's like, you want to hold my baby?
No, I didn't see
He's
that
like,
one.
he doesn't know how to fucking hold
like,
the baby.
What the fuck do I do with this kid?
And he's just, like, holding it on stage, and he just looks at her, and he's like...
Like this?
Yeah, he's like, this neck is fucked. Like, your baby's neck is fucked. Because it's just, like, fucking... He's like, you gotta take the baby. Like...
He did this one...
So fucking funny.
He did this one, like, crowd work bit with this chick, talking about, oh, like, I'm talking to this guy, and I think he's still fucking with his baby mama, but I think, he says that he doesn't love her anymore, though, but I think he's lying. He's like, yeah, he's lying. Like, obviously he's lying if he's still seeing his baby mom. And he's like, wait. He's like, wait, it seems like you're the one in the wrong here. God forbid a man wants to be with the mother of his child. Are you sure you're not the one breaking a happy family here? Like, that is fucking funny, man. Like, yes, he made fun of her fucking relationship problems, but don't be so sensitive about that shit. That's some real shit. Okay, another one. Another one. Hassan Phillips, this guy's from Toronto, I think. He's funny. I think that the stuff that he says about the community in Toronto is funny as fuck. Man, what was this one thing? This was going kind of viral on Instagram. About he's like, oh, if you want to like talk to a girl, you know, like you don't need to go to all these like clubs or whatever. You just go to like a bookstore or bookshop or like a coffee shop and sit down and read. And these girls will be like, what's this guy doing? He's reading? He's healing without me? You know? I can't remember what it was, but it was so funny. I can't remember the words.
No, the premise is funny though.
Yeah, it's funny as fuck, man. I was like, that's some funny shit, and he gets it. He gets this like age group, like 19 to like 30, 35 type of age group of Torontonians. Like, I think he gets it, and like he appeals to that crowd really well. I love that. It's funny as fuck. But as for other people, my coach, man,
your coach,
fuck, he's funny. He's gonna see this and he's like, ha, I know it. But he makes fun of me for not being funny. Because I will spit jokes, man. Like, I'll spit so many jokes and it's not funny. It's not funny. It's funny to me.
Yeah, but sometimes, like, that's my lady's sense of humor, too.
Just...
And every once in a while, she has a fucking a zinger, you know?
Yeah.
But, and he probably appreciates you more, like, because I know that's how I am with my, I mean, like, all right, babe. But in my head, I'm like, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
Like, so.
Man, and I'll say something, and he'll just look at me, and I'll start explaining it, which is the worst. You can't explain jokes, man. Like, you can't fucking start explaining it. Yeah. And then it fizzles out, and then I look at him like, fuck you, you knew I was going to. And then he starts cracking up. He's like, see? No, that was funny, Shifa. That's what you were looking for. I was like, man! I think I was away, like, I was hanging out with my siblings, and I go back to him, like, for my training the next day, and I'm like, you know what my sister said to me? She's like, Baji, which just means, like, older sister in my language. She's like, Baji, you know, you've been talking so much, and I think you were trying to be funny, but let's just make this clear. I think I'm funnier than you. And I said this to my coach, and he's like, yes! Someone else said that to you! Yes! I'm like, man, every time I come here, I'm abused, man. But yeah, my coach is funny as fuck. Evan, man. And my brother. Fuck, my brother can make anything funny. And I think, my sister's even said this, she's like, you guys talk to each other in your own language. Like, you guys will be sitting there giggling with each other for an hour, and I'll be sitting right next to you, and I'll have no idea what the fuck you guys just said for the last hour. Because you guys talk specifically only in references to random shit, and you guys will keep building on that shit. But my brother's fucking funny, man. Holy. I like that situational type of humor, you know? Like, he had to be there type shit. I love that. Especially when... I feel like when comics can do that on stage and make you feel like you're in on a joke.
Yeah.
That's such a sick skill. I love that. Yeah.
It's definitely difficult.
I believe it. I'm sure it is. I think I was listening.
I think the more time you get on stage, like at the actual time, like, oh, if you're just going up for like 5 minutes, it's hard to do that. If you get like 15, 20 minutes, it's easier.
Yeah,
you know?
I believe that. Yeah. I think I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast episode with Joey Diaz. And he was was it Joey Diaz? No. What's the mall cop guy's name?
Kevin James.
Yes, that was the episode.
Yeah, I actually fucking like those movies. I think those movies are good.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Like
he was he did an episode with Kevin James, and they were talking about being comics and like how fucking nervous they get when they're about to go on stage, and like that was a really like cool episode.
And they're both. I haven't seen that one,
really
but
cool.
I think I should check it out.
I think you'd like it. Yeah,
I've been off Rogan's podcast. I love Rogan. Like. I'll get in mine after, but he's my number one, and I haven't watched his podcast in a while. I'm just so fucking busy, man.
I feel
you, man. I feel like I
put his stuff on when I'm running, actually. I don't like to, like, listen to music all the time when I'm running.
Okay.
Because I like to, actually, when I'm running, I like to listen to his MMA podcast. Because I like to listen to fighters talk about fighting when I'm running.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, oh, fuck, like, this is how they think when they're, and I get super, like,
Joe Rogan's got some powerful legs, man.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah, he does. And I think he's such a cool podcast host.
Yeah, just a cool person in general. Seems like such a open-minded individual, and he's like someone who inspires me a lot because, again, everything he did it his way.
Yeah. And
he's doing a little bit of everything that he loves, and it's like, that's what
he wants.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that a lot.
Without compromising, like, you know, who you are.
That.
You know? I like that shit.
Yeah, I feel that.
Being able to fucking make it just being yourself, you know? Obviously, everyone needs to make adjustments and, like, you know, grow and become a
but
better
you gotta
person every
choose
day,
what you
blah, blah,
want,
blah.
man.
Yeah.
We got one go at this shit. Or
Exactly.
at least that we know of.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's a big statement there. Fuck. But, you know, like, I agree with that. That's why I, like, switch around gyms without... I don't give a fuck who says what. People are going to talk. I know people say a lot of things.
Yeah, if you still want to be on my team, like, we can still be friends and hang out and...
Yeah, but,
you know,
like, I'm going to go to a coach that's going to, like, do things in a way that works for me. Mm-hmm. I mean, it might work for you, the way that it's working for you, but I need something different, and that's all.
Yeah,
that's
and it might have worked for you for a little bit.
Yeah,
and now it doesn't anymore because you're at a different
and it's
spot,
not like these people are bad people. They're not bad people, man. We just have a different style.
Just growth.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Nothing wrong with growth.
You don't
man.
gotta hate
Don't
me
let
for
anybody
needing a different
make you feel bad for that shit.
Straight up, man. Take what you need.
Hype songs. Let's end with that.
Let's fucking go. Okay. Let me pull up my playlist.
All right.
And I'm gonna show you my playlist here.
All right.
Okay.
Spotify?
Yeah.
I just got on the spot. My lady added me in her thing. She's like, "You're so weird, whatever. Just use Spotify." And I was like, "I don't think that the ads, blah, blah, blah." And so she, like, just put me on her account, and I've been using it a lot. I still have a lot of music on my phone, but I mostly use Spotify now, unfortunately. I was so against Spotify. It happened with a lot of things. Uber. For a long time, I was against Uber. Like, one of my uncles was a taxi driver and just...
So, this is my playlist in my element.
Terrorist Squad. That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
I got a Fat Joe song on my list.
Yes. So, I mean, it goes from so much different type of music to everything. I actually added this one on my run today.
Okay.
But in my element, I'll play this when I'm training. But my big one that I really, really love right now is Like That. It just gets me pumping, man. Oh, my God. But the way I pick my hype songs is that a random song will click for me while I'm, like, going to training, and my music's on shuffle every day during my camp, and then I start listening to it every day. And then the bump of it, like, from my headphones, or if I'm in the car and it's just bumping on the speakers, just gets to me. Like, the last one for my fight in Ontario, the Muay Thai festival, which was in June, I think, or August. I can't remember which one. But that song was the one that I walked out to. Where is it? Was Pure Cocaine. I think so. Yeah, Lil Baby, the song. It's just the way that it bumps. It's not even the words. It's just the way that it bumps, and I feel it. Another one was Alright, Kendrick Lamar. I walked out to that. I loved that one. You know? All my life I had to fight. You don't know that song?
I do know the song.
I was gonna say, I was like, okay. I love that one. Another hype song. Let's see. Music, Eric Sermon, Marvin Gaye. That one is a banger.
I don't know that.
I walked out to that one, and you want me to play it? I'll just do a little bit? Just the beginning.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, I know this fucking song.
Yeah.
100% I know this song.
This is a vibe to walk out to, man. And you hear it bumping on the speakers, and you're like, fuck yeah, this is my...
Kick Push.
Yeah.
That was Lupe when he sounded original. I feel like Lupe just sounds...
original.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. He, like, lost it somewhere. I mean, don't get me... Like, do whatever your thing is, man, but, like, now you just sound like everybody else. When he started out, I felt like he had his, like, own thing, and it was good. It sounded good. But, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Alright.
And the last one, a Milli, Lil Wayne. Man.
Okay.
If that song comes on, I'm rapping that word for word. And yeah, I don't look like a chick anymore because I'm in it.
And you don't know the Wayans brothers. God, but that's your song. Okay.
Why?
No, I don't know. I thought that's an older song. No.
It is. Yeah. But a lot of my music's older stuff. My brother put me on.
That's
or
fair.
People around me, you know.
That's fair.
Wait, were the Wayans brothers were they in The White Chicks?
Yeah.
Ah, that's why they look so fucking familiar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they have a bunch of movies where it's just like them. They made them. They wrote them.
Yeah.
They starred in them.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them.
White Chicks.
And that's why I love, because like they just did it all themselves.
I like that.
While people are like, a lot of people hating on them. And I'm like, wow, I don't know how you could.
Dude, what's your hype song before we finish up? I want to hear.
Nookie from Limp Bizkit.
Okay.
Okay, so I just started driving. Like, well, I got a car in November.
Yeah.
And like since then, like it's my favorite place to listen to music.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
And
I know the feeling.
And like I started falling in love with like songs I just hadn't heard in a while or never even heard in a car.
Yeah.
So my number 2 is The Crack Attack by Fat Joe.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it goes hard, man. I don't even have to turn the bass up loud. Like it just
started bumping.
It's perfect. Yeah, it's like, it's great. Go Go Go, which is by kind of this like hard rock band from Hamilton called Sumo Psycho.
Okay.
Like a female lead. A female, I don't know if you would know her, but she did like some Avril Lavigne type music like way, way back in the day. Her name's Sky Sweetnam. Anyways, she's like the fucking singer of this band, and that's like one I just got into recently. I Ain't Depressed by the Dropout Kings. It's like a heavy metal, but like with rap over it. Like that's like my shit. Like new metal, rap, and like hard rock together. Like that's say my favorite kind. I love all music, but that's my shit. Talent? Yeah, they're all right. I saw them with Cypress Hill, fucking like last year. Cypress Hill and Billy Talent. It was just weird. But it was good. It was solid.
I love Billy Talent.
They were really good live.
I love Billy Talent. Yeah. So much, man. I really liked Linkin Park also. Yeah. And Fort Minor.
Yeah, Fort Minor, yeah.
Man, that shit came on my playlist at the gym, and my coach looked at me like, "Yo, what are you playing right now?" I'm like, fuck.
Was it like heavier stuff?
No,
or
it was
like
literally
Petrified or...
No, man. It was, you know how Linkin Park did an album with Jay-Z?
Yeah,
it was one of the songs off that album. And he's like, "Yo, what? Did your, like, mom tell you can't take the car out to school today? Like, what are you playing right now, Shifa?" And I was like, no. Oh, no, he just dragged me so hard.
You did this.
Yes, I did.
So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to look at what, like, what were the last couple ones I fucking added on here? Shoot, okay, this is one that just got added. I'm going to make this my new number 5.
Okay, what's that?
Hold Your Head. Notorious B.I.G. and Bob Marley.
Okay.
Yo. Again, it's one of those songs that, like, I listened to back in the day.
Yeah.
And I'm just like... The good thing about Spotify that I like is they'll just, like... You listen to this, we're going to suggest some shit. And it's like, I already like this.
I love that
Thank you for reminding me, Spotify. You know?
I like that, you know, when you're looking for music similar to what you're already listening to, you just pop on the radio function on Spotify, and it gives you a billion songs like similar. You don't know this?
No,
Dude, let me show you a thing. I got something to show you.
I'm new to Spotify,
Holy fuck.
Literally like 2-3 months I've had it.
I like Marvin Gaye, like music with Eric Sermon. I'll go to radio. And I mean, I don't have service right now, so it's not going to pop up as fast.
But that's how you do it. I get it.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know you could do that shit.
Like, pull it up because you have.
All right.
You have
you're right.
And you'll see it.
This fucking. Okay. Bang. Oh no, I don't want to play it.
No. But.
What the fuck?
Okay, here, let me show you. Yeah, here, you'll go to Song Radio.
I'm that guy now. Let me show you how that fucking works.
And then you'll see all these other songs.
Yeah.
And notice how you already have so many of them saved?
Yeah.
But it's other songs that are similar that you might like.
Yeah, no, for sure. I've already seen a bunch that I like.
Yeah.
Dope.
There you go. Well, you learn something new every day.
All right, let's end with one of these.
Yes, let's get it.
We'll just do one.
Okay.
Because I know we're kind of a little tight on time, yeah? You can grab one as well.
Grab one. Cool.
I'll do mine first, though. You know what? I don't like this one. It's just...
Yeah, this is kind of like...
Okay. Do you have any favorite myths or legends?
Favorite myths or legends? That's a fucking good question, man. Oh my god. Favorite myths or legends? Sirens are cool. I think that... I mean, does that really count as, like, a myth or a legend? Or is that just fairy tale? But...
I feel like it could fit.
Yeah, like sirens, like... mermaids? Maybe it's just because, like, when I was a kid, I'd go to the beach and hang out with my friends. We'd play mermaids. And this is just, like... this is just pulling from my childhood, but I love that.
Have you seen Shape of Water?
No.
Oh my god, it's about, like...
Mermaids?
It's a merman.
Oh, that's cool.
And like he's like been captured.
Oh, I know what you're
government.
talking about. Yes, and he's like in a bathtub or something.
Yeah, and he fucks the lady.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's weird. Yo,
Yeah,
it's
that's
fucking weird.
I think I started
it went
it
too
and
far.
I
remember I was watching it and I was like, man, to my lady, I was like, I hope they don't fuck. And then they fuck like 5 minutes later. I was like, this is weird.
Donkey with the fucking dragon in Shrek.
Yeah.
How did that happen? They have kids, man. That's fucking funny. Yo, okay, favorite legend. Fuck. It's crazy because I was such a nerd about this shit in like middle school and like nothing's coming to mind. I'm fucking really pulling a blank. You tell me something.
Yeah, I'm trying to come up with one.
Oh, that's why you're so quiet, man. Caught, man.
9/11.
Yo, okay, we're going
do
there.
we want to do it? I don't know. Does that fit? I feel like it fits.
Let's put on our tinfoil hats.
Who did it?
Yo,
who did it?
It's a real whodunit. Huh?
You know? Yeah, really.
Dude, I'll put on my tinfoil hat right next to you, man. I don't care. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I don't believe official story. Also, was the assassination of JFK? Not buying it, yo. Like all these like official government stories. The older I get, the less I believe things. The more I'm like questioning just like history. Yeah, I know it kind of took a turn, but like for real though.
Shit.
Right?
That is some real shit. Oh my god.
What the fuck else have I been lied to about?
How did the pyramids get built?
Yeah. Let's go with
what is the root of all religions? DMT.
DMT. Have you done it?
No, I've done shrooms like an insane amount of times though.
Yeah, I haven't done anything for a really long time. I had like addiction issues like back when I was young, and I've been like clean off of like chemicals and shit for like over 10 years now.
Yeah.
And
congrats.
I would come out of retirement for DMT. I would. I feel like it's that kind of thing.
The thing with DMT is that I want it to come to me. Like, I don't want to go looking for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, with mushrooms, it was the same thing. And it came to me. And I tried it. And it was, like, that's what changed my life, actually. I think that's what planted the seed in my mind that I wanted to lose weight. So I did this hero dose when I went on this cottage trip with my friends. Mm-hmm. And I think I did, like, 8.5 grams or something like that.
Right on.
Of, like, golden teachers, man.
Okay.
Some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Holy
That's a night, yo.
Yo, and it's like this secluded cabin in the forest with my friends. Holy shit. And we'd been partying the night before, and so the place is a mess. And the first thing about doing mushrooms is, like, you need a clean setting. Man. This is the thing about doing mushrooms, man. Like, you better have the mind to pull yourself out of a bad trip. If you start cycling, like, down, you better be able to pull yourself out of that shit. And you know how I did that? Thank you, Jordan Peterson. He told me to clean my room.
Really? Wow, that's wild. He told me to clean my room.
I started cleaning my fucking room. I started cleaning the little cabin bunker outside where I was sleeping, and I just started cleaning, and then I started cleaning the place, and I
felt better after.
Way better. And I brought myself back to reality, man. That was awesome. That was the best experience of my life, even though it was terrifying in the moment, I will say. But yeah, those are some fucking good legends. That was a good call, man.
Yeah.
Talking about like conspiracy theories, fucking dope. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna read this out. Is the world loving, hostile, or indifferent?
The world. Yeah. It's so hard to generalize that. What are the options?
Loving, hostile, or indifferent?
I'm gonna pick hostile. I feel like overall, like, don't get me wrong, like most of the people I know aren't hostile. But when I look outside of like my squad and my people, like I see a lot of hostility, and I see people like just.
I have a perspective on that though.
Okay.
So I think it comes across as hostile.
All right.
But I think it's coming from everybody being more in their own world about themselves than others. It's coming from a place of them thinking about themselves. And this is to quote Schitt's Creek, which is another honorable mention for an underrated show. But someone in that show said, like, nobody's thinking about you as hard as you're thinking about you, which is some real shit. Mm-hmm. Everybody's thinking about themselves a lot more, like, in whatever way. And if you think, like, if we look at big, giant, massive corporations that are greedy, what are these people thinking of? They're thinking of themselves more. Is that necessarily hostile purposefully, probably in some ways, yeah, but it's coming from a place where they're thinking about themselves.
So what would be like a better fourth option? Because like I kind of like I agree with what you're saying, you know, and like certain things that go on in the world, and people tend like, if certain things seem difficult, it doesn't affect them directly. Mm-hmm. People tend to turn a blind eye.
Yeah.
And I guess that's not necessarily hostility. But I feel like there should
in a way.
be. It is dangerous. It's not healthy, mm-hmm. you know, and it's not good for growth and the betterment. Betterment, is that a word?
Yeah,
of society.
Yeah.
You know, like.
I agree with you. I mean, like, a perfect world is a perfect world, right? And like, nobody's perfect. And I think there's so many ways in which we're all so fucking selfish sometimes. And I think a little bit of selfishness is necessary. You know? Because how can you give to other people from an empty cup? You can't.
I had an argument. I like arguing.
Yeah.
Like, just like debating.
Yeah. Me too.
And I work in a kitchen, so like we can get loud and rowdy sometimes and shit. And like I got into this conversation, and I don't necessarily agree with him, but I get where he's coming from. And I do think people, even the people that say that, you know, they don't, like, there's something that they're doing that's selfish. My buddy's argument was that everything you do is selfish.
Yeah.
Every single thing you do.
Something has...
You know, it's like, why'd you have a baby? And, like, he was just, like, picking apart my life, you know? And I'm like, well, in my mind, like, he had a good argument, and I can appreciate that. I don't necessarily agree with him. Everything you do is selfish, because you can do a lot. You can go spend money and make sandwiches and give them out to the homeless, and, like... But at the end of the day, also, he's like, but then how do you feel after you did that?
Yeah, you did it because you want to
feel
better about yourself.
Yeah, and it's like, fuck, man, you know? Like, you do... It's a...
That's a good fucking point.
Yeah,
that's
you know?
Real shit. Yeah, that is for real. That is so true, man.
Ah, fuck.
These are some good cards.
We answered that, right?
Yeah, we did, I think.
Alright. I think we can wrap it up then.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fucking let these people know where to get at you if you like.
Yeah, for sure. Instagram is the #1 place to talk to me if you want to check out what I'm doing. That's Shifa Grewal. Just SHIFA GREWAL.
Hell yeah. You're on TikTok, but you don't post a lot of stuff? Is
I don't really post a lot there. I just scroll.
Alright, that's fair. I was part of it, but then I got shadow banned for talking about COVID, and
oh no.
And I'm making videos is not really like my thing. I like comedy, and I know I kind of maybe need to get with the times a little more. I'm just not interested in fucking like I edit my podcast and I do that kind of thing, but like I'm a minimalist. I'm like, come to a show. You should come to a show too sometime, man.
Actually, I would fucking love to.
But thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. That was awesome, man.
Guys, like always, this podcast is brought to you by Neon Light District. Hit them up. Use code Pillow Talk to save 10%. And by The Great North Apparel. Hit them up. Use code Pillow Talk to save 30%. Go follow Shifa. Go get your tickets to whatever the fuck I got going on. Links in the bio. And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Go.
Peace the fuck out. Hell yeah, dude.
Thank you so much.
It went like 15 minutes over, so I hope your sister's not fucking...
That's why I was texting like a little bit there, because I was making sure Awesome, man. What are you up to today?
You know what?